I was at GIE recently, and if there's one company at this show that should get some credit, it's Pavestone. So these guys clearly get there well in advance of the beginning of the show, which always starts on a Wednesday afternoon and then really opens to the public on Thursday and Friday. And look at what they do. I mean, look at what they build inside this place. They go all out. There's a lot of work involved. They even have a water element, I think in 2 different places. So they build this whole thing and they tear this whole thing down. Now, that costs some money. That costs a bunch of labor. It costs a bunch of shipping. There's a lot of money involved here. But they go to the effort. And this is a successful operation, a successful company. And they don't half-ass it. And I think it's worth thinking about in your business, in my business. If we're going to do something, you might as well do it right. And that's what these guys are going to do. If they're going to come to the show, they might as well show off their product and show it off in the best light possible. You can't help but look at this and say, man, I'd like to have that in my backyard. You can't help but look at that and think, I think I could sell that to a whole bunch of clients. They make such an effort that they give you a mental picture of exactly the benefit you're going to get by using them, exactly what their product looks like, exactly how it works. So how much do we do in our business where we're going to go do a door hanger or a postcard and we half-ass it on the printing or we half-ass it on the design when all the real money is in the distribution? Or maybe you do a fantastic job on the production in terms of producing it and the language and the wording, but then you don't buy a mailing list. So you're basically sending it to the wrong people. Or maybe you then half-ass it because there's no better word to use when you go about distributing it. You outsource it, let's use door hangers, to a door hanger company, but then you don't make sure they're actually getting them out. You don't monitor them. You spend all this money on trucks. I spend all this money on trucks. Then what do we do with our trucks? We don't label them. We don't make them look good. We don't make them clean. You have a workforce out in the field, but you don't put them in shirts or clean shirts. There's a whole lot of examples where if we just took it one step further in the different areas of our business, it would have such a result. These guys could have just showed up at the show. They could have had a little area. They could have put together a small presentation, but they went all out. And as a result, I think it makes them successful. They were definitely the standout in my mind when it comes to stonework because they went to so much effort to put together a great presentation.